Welcome back to GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez. Just to kind of touch on what we talked about real quick, we did talk about our AEW Dynamite review, and now we're going to jump right on into the Ring of Honor Spectrum, also the world of TNA Impact. But before we move on any further, I want to remind you guys to use the tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. Ultimately, we are wrestling fans. We're a wrestling fandom. The best thing about wrestling is when you have someone to talk to about it. Definitely. I remember at Disneyland, I absolutely immediately bonded with this guy who wore a Seth Rollins shirt, and I was wearing a wrestling shirt. I forgot which one it was. I think it was the Roman Reigns one, the one where the shirt where he was like the Superman punch. That was very popular. Definitely like when he was a forced baby face down everyone's throat. But just think of it like you're sitting hanging out with a friend, like a wrestling fan, and you want to talk wrestling. You want to ask questions. You want to give me your statements. This is my podcast mostly, but honestly, this podcast is a hell of a lot better with the audience. Obviously, this is our podcast. This is our wrestling podcast. So don't be too shy to put a chat in the comment section. Tell me how you feel about certain stuff on AEW Dynamite, Ring of Honor, TNA Impact. And usually on Thursdays, I kind of want to stray away from WWE because I feel like WWE gets so much publicity. But if you have something to share it. Absolutely, 110%. And once again, it really does help the show, guys. A little peace, love, and positivity at the GSMC Sports Network does a body good. Again, the link is at the GSMCpodcast.net. All right, so let's get into our Thursday night wrestling preview. So we're going to focus on Thursday night, TNA Impact first. Obviously, the final stop before Against All Odds in Chicago, Illinois. Can Chris Bay and Ace Austin patch it up? And while they take on Ryan and Nick Nemeth tonight, the Nemeths have a match against the System for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. So they kind of have to build momentum. They just have to do something. Right now, the System has been just running rampant over TNA for so long. And I saw a promo from TNA. I think it was on last Impact where they kind of I think it was Alicia Edwards, where they're kind of like, you know what, guys, we've been on top for so long. Kind of like they looked at each other and they kind of had that telekinetic thought, like, when is it gonna end? Like, that's crazy. We've been on top for so long, and now you have Ryan and Nick Nemeth coming after the TNA tag team titles, and then you have the broken Matt Hardy coming after Moose. If it was time to kind of change the complexion of TNA, it would probably have to be it Against All Odds. 1,010%. If TNA, I feel like at this point they've been kind of running the same show over and over again. And, I think it's for the best. Maybe one of them drops the titles. I can see Ryan and Nick Nemeth probably beating the System. You have Mike Bennett and Matt Taven. No, that's Undisputed. No, I apologize for that. It's crazy. No. That's right. That's right. I don't know why I'm thinking Ring of Honor right now. But it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. 1,010%. So let's go to move on. So Ash by Elegance will be in action tonight. Also, they've Ash by Elegance interfered with Jordynne Grace's match at WWE NXT Battleground. So Jordynne Grace is going to want answers for that. Definitely. Also, you have Marty Bell takes on one half of the Knockouts tag team, the women's world tag team champions, Masha Slamovich. And honestly, this win could do wonders for Marty Bell and Allison Kay, who they're looking for a title match. They want a title match. I feel like if they win tonight, they can have the confidence. They can, kind of have this swing of momentum to challenge the TNA Knockouts world champion. World Women's Tag Team Champions. So, definitely think that's going to happen tonight. I feel like the match card, I think you have 6 matches at Against All Odds. Definitely could use maybe 2 more. So that'd be pretty awesome to kind of see. The Rascals attacked Macklin and Santana on Impact last week, causing them to tag team at Against All Odds. But one stop before Against All Odds, Santana will take on Zachary Wentz. Trey Miguel will definitely be lurking in the background. Tasha Steelz and Dani Luna to go face to face tonight. Spitfire have been they've been getting in trouble. They're having trouble getting it started. Like when these guys were, I think they were at I think they were women's tag team teenage champions for, I want to say like 3 months, a solid 3 months, and they did really, really well. I feel like Spitfire did absolutely phenomenal in their tag team reign. And lastly, something to hit on real quick, we have the system that to go to the Hardy compound. I don't really know what that means. They're probably going to, shoot some, if they're going to be at his house, that'd be crazy. Maybe there might be like crazy, like skeletons and like stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like it could be interesting. I can't wait to see it. I did see a remark on Twitter/X from Bully Ray Dudley saying that, hey, who all dig the Hardy compound thing? So I'm excited to kind of check out highlights of that. All right, next we have the Ring of Honor Honor Club 68 preview. We are all building toward pay-per-views in Arlington, Texas at the Esports Stadium on July 26th. 6 weeks away, there will be Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. So a lot of things heading toward that, but we still do have 6 weeks. It is still 6 weeks away. We have the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship Proving Ground match, the Undisputed Kingdom. Matt and Mike Taven, they are going to fight the Wolf Zaddies of Shea Cabrera and also the bad dude Tito. This will be the 9th proving ground match from the Undisputed Kingdom, proving that they kind of came, they saw, they conquered, they've done everything they can to kind of stay on top of the Ring of Honor kind of tag team championship, kind of pedestal there. So you got to throw flowers at that. Next, we have a 4-corner survival trios match. We have Lance Archer and the Righteous taking on Action Andretti and Top Flight, taking on the Dark Order, taking on Dark Castle and the infantry. So that, definitely when you have, it's a 12-man match. That's huge. That's 3 guys standing in 4 corners. It's going to be crowded. I, for one, love that. I love how TNA and Ring of Honor kind of leave like matches like that open where like the Proving Ground match, like the 841 match, they're just so innovative. Definitely something WWE should kind of take in consideration. And kind of both of those brands, even AEW, they do have a secondary women's title, so I feel like that's perfect for WWE. I've been lobbying for WWE to have a women's intercontinental championship or kind of have something equivalent to that. But I feel like at this point, like, you don't want to put a title that has like, kind of like a stupid name. Like the Divas Championship was kind of weird and kind of crazy. Obviously, I'm not talking mess or I'm not trying to throw shade at like people who won it in the past before. But, kind of just a name kind of, just threw you off. Kind of like how the Raw tag team titles and the SmackDown tag team titles, when they were like the blue and the red belts, like it just kind of looked nasty. Like, you know what I mean? If you're a wrestling fan, you probably, catch my drift. But moving on, we have it was Dalton Castle, not Dark Castle. It's weird. Harley Cameron against Trish Adora. We have Marina Shafir, Alex Windsor, and Diamante taking on Abaddon, Lady Frost, and Layla Hirsch. We have Red Velvet and going against Viva Van. The Shane Taylor promotions are going to go against Jacoby Watts and also Nick Camarado. Ring of Honor Women's World TV Champion Billie Starkz also in action tonight. So make sure you check out Access TV to catch TNA Impact. And also you hit up Ring of Honor Club, as well on their website. It's going to be, they're great promotions. Absolutely 110%. I was predominantly a WWE fan, but I've recently, probably like I would say like about 3 months ago, started to get into Ring of Honor and TNA because they were kind of being touched in AEW. AEW was kind of like my side girl, while WWE was like my main one. So I'm just kidding. No, it's just bad analogy, especially for a married guy. I don't know. It just kind of intrigued me. It intrigued me that potentially, and you kind of see it happening now in WWE, that some of these wrestling brands and promotions are going to cross, they're going to cross paths. For the longest time, I feel like in WWE, it was kind of like a huge no-no because of how Vince McMahon kind of wanted to make all the wrestling promotions kind of suffer, to be like, look, like, you guys aren't us. If you want to sign with the WWE, you can come, but you're going to listen to my rules. You're going to take my bad bookings. You're going to get my, shiitake mushrooms, contract offer and stuff like that. So, definitely without the ego out the door, you kind of have Paul Levesque out there, a highly respected wrestling star in the mist. So, now he's the creative officer. Then you have Shawn Michaels as well. So both of these guys, they know what's best for wrestling. It's best that it's time, to adapt to the changes. You know what I mean? Like the times they are changing, like Bob Dylan said, the times they are changing. All right, moving on. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to go to a short commercial break, but we do have TNA Against All Odds preview. So, hey, stay tuned.